with the wrist. Eddie Lacy with the truck stick. Clint Dix with the picks. Quick to pick the quarterback and get the upset. We got the NFC North sick. We got the NFC North lit. Face of the North and the North face. Winning if they need to score check. Stay on their radar. Big 52, we got Clay on their radar. They making plans of the playoffs. They know we gon' take off. They see in Green Bay on their radar. They talking offense and defense. They know that we decent. They play us. They better watch AR. Number 18 on the bench. When he come back as Liddy again, he gon' play like he hates y'all.
We can't play the whole song, okay, Joe? Turn it off. Dude, not 8 minutes worth of local rappers.
I don't understand what you're talking about. It sounds like a great idea to me.
No. They can get that on YouTube.
All right.
He starts every episode. He's done it for like every time, and then he looks at you like, "Are you going to do it?" Like he has no idea.
Done it every other time
is.
before
Who's
this.
starting
Yes.
this?
Yeah, it's pretty
Keeping
bad.
everybody on their toes around here.
Yeah, something like that.
Cool. Well, hey, here we are, guys. NFC Championship. Who would have thunk it?
Yep.
Yeah, not me.
Not me.
But that's okay. And today...
Wait. Thunk it when? The beginning of the year?
No, not to be... after...
The 4-6 mark.
Right in the middle of the year.
That's true. At the beginning of the year,
Everyone,
I thought
they were going to the Super
every
Bowl.
year
They
you
were
think you have a chance.
winning like the next 3 Super Bowls at the beginning of the year.
Anytime you have Rodgers, you have a chance to win it all.
That is correct. I agree, Justin Schmitz. I agree. Anyways.
That's a good person to rub it into.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep that going all day long. But so today, yes, NFC Championship podcast round number, what is this, 3 for us? 3, 4
I think
of them?
it's 4 almost. Yeah.
So we've got Jamie with us as usual, and today we brought in our bud Cory to help us out with this.
We talked last week about the Packers.
Yep.
So
that was on our normal podcast, but it just pretty much turned into another Packer podcast, which is cool because I just talk a lot about the Packers. So the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons.
Try that again.
Atlanta Falcons.
Okay.
What
So,
do you guys think?
yeah,
What's
whoever
happening?
goes first.
I don't know.
I got nothing. I think we'll win. There you go. That's
really
my prediction.
You do.
I don't want to guarantee it, but I feel that close about it.
That's
we
good.
were talking about the percentage, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm up to like an 80-85 almost. I'm that confident.
Why are you that confident?
Yeah, why?
I just don't think they're that complete of a team. I think they have a good pass rush with Beasley. This is the guy's name, right?
Beasley.
Big Beasley.
Who's out? Somebody went out.
For who?
The Falcons.
Was it an offensive lineman, I thought?
No, it was a pass rusher.
Okay. Oh, Claiborne.
Okay.
I forget his first name. I think out of Iowa. I think it was. Anyways, I don't know. I feel really good about it. I feel like we've hit the high streak. We've hit the bump of the Cowboys. We ran over them.
We didn't quite run over them, but
it got
It
dangerous.
was pretty good.
We ran over them.
It was really damn
and then we
good.
slowed down.
Yeah.
It was like the turtle in the hair kind of thing. We let them catch up. I don't know. I just feel really good about it. I don't really see them to be a real threat. I'm gonna feel bad if obviously we do lose them. We eat those words pretty bad. But
Here's my thought. I'm really nervous about this only because I watched the game against the Seahawks. And the Seahawks offense is not what ours is, but they have a pretty damn good secondary.
Yeah,
right?
but it is. It is. It's okay.
Yeah,
but the Seahawks were good.
Matt Ryan,
Earl Thomas going out ruined them that whole team.
Okay.
And now they've already said that their Seahawks, the cornerback opposite Sherman will be a new guy this year. I mean, they haven't had a consistent player there for a long time.
Pete Carroll came
him up though.
Pete Carroll came out and said that Richard Sherman has been hurt all year, which is against league rules because you're supposed to disclose all injuries, but he never hit an injury report. So Sherman wasn't 100% all year, but Earl Thomas is gone. But they're saying that the Legion of Boom is pretty much dead. I don't know if that's. I don't know what Seahawks.
Okay, then I feel better about it, I guess.
But they were good.
Yeah.
At one point, not as much anymore, but
right.
who knows why.
That game, though, I mean, I was out to dinner, so I was kind of watching it, kind of not, talking, whatever, and it was close for a long time. It's not like those Falcons beat them up that bad. And from what I read, the Seahawks offensive line is one of the worst in the league.
Yeah.
Yet they barely they brought some pressure, but I think they're going to really have a new challenge when they come up to the offensive linemen that the Packers have, especially we are hopefully fully healed. I mean, Bakhtiari's obviously concerned, but I just think that we're just that much better of a team, I think.
The one thing that's common between the Seahawks and the Falcons is that their coach, Dan Quinn, was the defensive coordinator for the Seahawks. And that's so he was a defense coordinator against Rodgers when Rodgers has never beat Dan Quinn.
He's 0-3 against him.
Yeah, so you have, regardless of the talent of the Seahawks, you have the person that was the mastermind behind all the Seahawks who owned Aaron Rodgers is the one that's devising the scheme against him as we speak. So
that makes a lot of sense. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. The Seahawks have not given up. Quick stat: the Seahawks have not given up more than 20 points in the last 4 out of 5 games. Falcons, sorry.
No, I just want to clarify.
Yeah,
for the
thanks for that.
Yep.
So the Falcons, excuse me,
one of them birds,
one of them birds, one of them dirty birds, but they haven't given up 20 points, more than 20 points in the last 4 or 5 games.
Well, and the spread coming out of Vegas was at 60.
That's the over-under.
The over-under 60. I saw 4.
4 is the over-under right now? Or no,
the spread.
Spread's 4.
Yeah. And that's 5.5 for the Falcons, I assume, because of home field.
Yeah, and they usually give 3 for the home field, right?
I was just going to say 3 for home field. And so Vegas is still picking the Falcons, which I'm surprised. I don't know. I just feel really good about it.
MVP quarterback. I don't know.
I feel less good about it than you do.
That's fine.
I agree.
That's fine.
I'm like I'm not saying you're wrong.
No,
I'm saying you're wrong.
I just feel really good about it. I know whether or not I'll be wrong in a couple of days here.
The interesting to me is listening to all the commentators this week. It was like leading up to the Cowboy game, everyone was like, I don't know. And now this week, everyone just has this new energy. Like, yeah, no, the Packers are definitely going against the Falcons, and it's gonna be, it's gonna be a shootout. But Aaron Rodgers is gonna take them all the way, So it's interesting because I'm sitting over here like, we're going against an MVP quarterback.
I just think our confidence is just so sky high right now. I mean,
and that's awesome.
You look at Bryce played really good last.
He was my golden star for somebody that didn't do or that really stepped up.
He took Cole Beasley out of the game. I don't think he wanted to go across the field anymore because after that hit, you didn't hear about him anymore.
He lit him up.
Yeah, I mean that was just
pretty awesome.
That was pretty great. Yeah.
That was huge.
So
I don't know. I'm like 5. I'm like 50-50. I can
really
see it. But I was only like a 6 against Cowboys. So same thing.
So you're more scared of the Falcons than the Cowboys?
I just think this is our 9th straight win?
Yeah.
Yes.
Something like
I mean, it's about peaking at the right time, but you're peaking, and now
maybe
at
a week early. You're thinking
a week or 2. I don't
know.
Don't
get me wrong. There's going to be a letdown after the Cowboy game, but I think how it ended scared them enough. I think if we'd have blown them out, they'd have been like, "Oh, we can beat anybody." But now it's like, no, we need to really be focused still because these teams do come back on us.
The other thing too is after that Cowboy game, like all of them looked gassed.
Even McCarthy was like, "You want none of that." I got no
tired, man.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure it was a tough game.
Yeah. Well, it was awesome. I mean, we came out on fire like we were supposed to, or like everyone said we had to, and we did, and that ultimately did keep us just ahead enough. And the other thing too is our defense bent, but it didn't break. So I was really happy to see that.
It kind of cracked, though.
Well, at the end, they could have scored that one more touchdown. Instead, they got 3 points. So,
but there was a huge letdown with the touchdown pass.
Yeah.
Clearly, when Randall Rollins was looking around like, "Where's my help?" Like there was nobody there. Mm-hmm. Both 2 slant plays. I'm yelling at the TV. Slant. They're gonna yell slant. Yeah. And Dax doesn't have the accuracy to throw it up like that. You have to those back corner throws. He's gonna throw the slant. You know what's gonna happen and. Sure enough.
Yeah, and the other thing, too, that scares me with this is that it's a much more complete offense that we're going to be going up against. I mean, they've got really decent run abilities, and their passing is obviously amazing.
And they have a really great offensive line, too.
Yeah. I mean, so it's the tales of 2 offenses again, where here we are.
If they don't shut down Julio Jones, we are SOL. It's
well, again, everybody keeps saying they're like, well, last time we played. These are 2 different teams again, And granted, we do have Cobb coming out and Cook coming out to play.
Cook,
or as Rodgers calls him, Cookie and Cobby.
What's wrong with Cook?
He's on my.
He's like an Adams to him.
He's on my Adams.
So you drop one, you catch one.
I didn't see any drops on Sunday.
From Cook?
From Cook,
What's your problem with Cook?
He does the whole Adams thing, like where he misses or makes a dumb play, and then he'll make a miraculous play like the next time. So
that's the point, though.
The one
you
have
to
make these yin and yang players.
He had 7 catches for 120.
There was some
104 and a touchdown.
And probably like
there was
one
a
of the
couple
top 10
bad
catches
plays
of all time, potentially.
Yes,
arguably
at the end, yes, but it's not the end that I hate. It's the middle part where
you hate everything.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a hater. No, he just has some bonehead plays, or he doesn't run the right route, or whatever it is, and it's like, okay, well, now he's going to make a miraculous play, and then sure enough, it's the consistency that I don't like.
He's been very consistent.
Because there was multiple times where
not as
I was
consistent
texting
as he wants it to be.
If you get thrown the ball and Rodgers lets it go, it should hit your hands and you should catch it and you go down. That's how it works, or you score, whatever you want to do. But see, that's how it works. You're a professional football player.
The golden ball is coming from the golden hand,
the golden arm,
You need to
the
catch
golden
the golden
feet,
ball.
the golden balls
of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. You go catch the ball, okay? There was multiple times where I was texting Joe and I was like,
damn it.
I was like, well, Adams made his one bonehead play. There'll be a touchdown anytime now. Boom, touchdown.
Yeah.
Cook was the same way. I was yelling at my dad's like, of course they're either going to catch it or they're not going to catch it. He's like, who are you rooting for? And then, of course, Richard Rodgers has that one touchdown, and I rubbed that in because I'm a bigger fan of him than Cobb. Or Cook, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, whoa.
No.
Yeah.
Cobb I have no problems with. Nelson I have no problems with. Montgomery seems to not make bonehead plays. So.
Montgomery is damn good. I'm really happy that we have him. I mean, without him this year, we would be still stuck in the middle of the season, basically.
The problem is you can't blame that guy for wanting to go back to wide receiver because
of course,
his
I'm not
career
saying
is gonna.
But he said that he feels more like a running back than a wide receiver. I think he wants to be a running back.
He played in college as a running back.
Yeah,
Sure.
High school he did, but then they moved him.
Long term, you play a running back, your NFL career is.
The way I
at
feel about
least
him is he's
2,
a much
3
more
years
robust
shorter.
Cobb.
I mean,
Like Cobb
well,
plays
he's
everything.
squat. Yeah, I mean he's a.
But
tough
he's
dude.
just follow through. Whereas Cobb gets a ball in the backfield, and I'm nervous that he's oh geez, don't do that. But then Montgomery gets. I'm like, that's.
I'm
probably a
impressed with
touchdown.
how he runs, where he takes that half second to wait for the hole to go, and he cuts and goes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't always work because the hole doesn't open up, but when it does, he
Notably,
gets
Cory
through
knows
it.
about that.
Notably absent from the Cowboys game was Kristen Michael. He didn't carry the ball at all.
No.
Not once, I don't think.
No,
That's actually a good
I
point.
don't think after that with the kickoff or whatever, that one game where they were like, all right, try it again. And then after that, it's like, yeah, you know what?
I would have expected him. Maybe I'm looking into it a little bit too much, but he played for the Cowboys for a while. You think you'd have a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. And maybe that's why they didn't, because he is kind of.
I thought he played for the Seahawks.
And
he
He
play for the
did, but
Cowboys?
he played for the Cowboys as well.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
Seahawks traded him to the Cowboys, and then I don't know if the Cowboys cut him or whatever, but he ended up back with Seattle, and then he ended up.
I was unaware of
It was
that.
hard for anybody because he carries. Because looking at the stats here, they only rushed it 17 times.
That's true.
Yeah.
But
It would have been nice to see what he could have did against
the
him.
only reason
I
though he
agree.
went in
I'd
with
like to see him.
who did we play before the Giants is because Montgomery went out. So Michael wouldn't have gotten any probably
Lions?
carries the Giants game. The Giants game when Montgomery got hit. And then Michael came in. So without that, he might not get anything, and same with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him be a returner. He just got that spark that I really like to see. However, you can't make bonehead plays.
You know what's been interesting about McCarthy this year, and maybe this is always, and I'm just noticing this year, is that he has so many different packages that he can throw out there. That like every game he doesn't necessarily follow the same outline that he followed the week before. And like okay, we're gonna talk about Adams against the Bears. Is that a team? The Bears.
I don't know. The Cubs?
No, I
Not
think they're the
much of a team
Bears.
either, but
yeah,
from down
it's,
under.
yeah, down there somewhere.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, Adams lit him up, and then the next game, I forget. Actually, I totally forget what game that was. The next game, but Adams didn't touch the ball hardly at all.
Sure.
So it's like I don't know if that's Aaron Rodgers doing that, or if that's McCarthy, or a
Well, the
combination
team
of both of
schemes
them.
against a guy, and then you just
Sure.
go to the other guy that's open, and
Yeah.
then
Well, and look,
somebody
this-
else has a big
this
game.
week,
And
Cobb barely touched the ball. I mean, when he did, it was very important and awesome. But
Giants game, he had a big game. Right?
yeah, he had a huge game. So
I don't think I've seen him. He doesn't change schemes a lot. He decides. It seems like they decide what they want to do. They install it during the week. They get to the field. They play. Things change, and they just stick with it, regardless if it's doing anything or not.
Yeah,
they don't adjust
you're
on the
right
fly.
there.
You look at the Cowboys against Aaron
I guess
Rodgers
I mean
at
week
the
to
beginning.
week.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Not
The game,
mid-game.
but you're right.
No.
The game does
Yeah,
not.
good luck with that.
We are not good at changing stuff on the fly. It doesn't seem that way, anyways.
Yeah.
I could be.
No,
wrong,
I
but it
agree
doesn't-
because when we're up, we should still be put on the foot on the pedal, and sometimes it's
Well, maybe
just
we do
like,
change the scheme, but not in the right way.
Yeah,
Sure.
It's always a tale of two halves. You notice that?
Yeah,
it
it
is.
is.
Always.
That's what always makes
And
me
that's
nervous.
what scared scared me.
Yeah.
That's what scares me about this one.
Exactly. It depends on if they come out lights out. It's like, oh no.
But I was texting Joe during the whole thing. It was like we had talked about if we can hold the Cowboys, and we did to that field goal or whatever, and we went down and scored, got the ball back, scored again, and at that I felt really great because when you go up like that and they don't have the firepower now, then I think we took the foot off the pedal, and you got to still be trying to score every time. You can't just have these long plays or long drives, and I understand you want to do that for your defense because they're going to have a long drive and you're going to wear your defense out, but at the same time, you still got to put points on the board. You know, we went up 21-3, and then we only put up another 15 points or whatever it was. Yeah. So I don't know. It's just a scary and obviously I'm not an NFL coach. There's probably more to it than what I think there is. But from the spectator, it's like why can't we score 21 every half then and go up 42 and beat them by 10 or whatever?
They also did a really nice job of trying to find something that would work against Rodgers, and they found it.
Yeah.
They started rushing him, putting pressure on him, and all of a sudden things got pretty ugly there for a little bit.
Yeah.
See, and that's something, too, that I am not the best at because, of course, I've got Rodgers glasses on.
Rodgers, who can't do this, he can't win this one.
I know.
Yeah. It's taken 16 minutes for you to say that. Are you feeling okay?
You're not hungry enough, Rodgers. You need to get hungry.
I feel like it's almost like Rodgers – let's hit his foot off the gas. It's not so much the defense, because I feel like our offense could beat any defense, no matter what they throw at him. But again, I'm biased. So it's like, is Rodgers just going, we're fine? And,
No.
Then he starts yelling at his players and everything else? No?
No.
Okay.
He's always got his pedal to the metal.
All right, good.
I think a lot of
and
it
that's
comes
good.
from Mike.
Really?
I think so.
Okay.
I think when they have a big lead like that, he always name one game where they've blown somebody out lately.
Oh,
just absolutely blowing them out.
Seahawks.
That's pretty much the only game, but that was exactly how long ago was that. But he always takes his foot off the gas, and he goes back to the fundamentals.
He wants to run the football. We'll wear him out. We'll run the football, which we can't do. We can't line up.
Not this year.
Although we got 2 good goal line scores with Montgomery, which was we haven't seen in a little bit.
That was awesome.
Yeah, he should be a little runner at the goal line. I thought he did pretty good.
Yeah,
but
no, and there's so much. I'm getting to the point, too. Remember, what was it, 2 years ago? Maybe 3 now, when Crosby had that just really bad year. And everyone's get rid of him. Get rid of him.
And you have to give McCarthy a lot of props.
Whoa. Slow down. And now he's sitting there. Here, you want him to watch me kick this 3 times? One of them doesn't count, but still, I'll do it.
How scared were you when you saw the angle of that ball start to wobble? And then
I'm sitting there.
I think collectively we had sucked all the air out of Wisconsin. Oh God, and then
I knew in the back of my mind that we had the insurance because we were tied. So I was like, okay, it's not the end of the world. But when he kicked it, I was like, no good, no. I'm yelling at someone like, no good, no good, and I'm like, oh, it's gone, And Miranda's sitting there like, oh, fuck.
Another week of this.
But that was awesome.
Thank God he made it, because if we would have went to overtime,
I wasn't feeling great about
just
that.
Things looked real great.
But it's one of those things. I think if we would have got the ball first, we'd have had obviously, it all comes down to that. But I think we'd have been able to at least score. I think just with the way Rodgers was playing. And I do want to talk a little bit, too, about that last play. Now, multiple reports have come out
with
now. Multiple reports have come out now that Rodgers made that play up in his head.
They said,
in the sand or whatever.
You see the replay, it shows him doing like a little, like you go like this and with his hands.
And so I heard it come right from Montgomery, and I heard it right from Cook, I think it was. I just think it's really.
To go run a route and
I just think that's really great. I just think it's cool that
what
play.
What could you draw up for that play, though? You know what I mean? You don't practice that. There's no way you practice that. 3rd and 20.
No,
with
you
2
don't.
seconds left, you don't practice that.
Well,
you practice Hail Mary.
They do run a 2-minute drill. They do run a 2-minute drill. They call it the 8. That's what Mike McCarthy said, but I don't know. You don't practice that.
No.
There's no way.
So, real quick, I just want to throw these stats out there, okay?
Beautiful.
So Montgomery targeted 7 times, caught 6. Okay. Richard Rodgers, 1 of 2. Allison, 3 of 5.
Waiting
Cobb was 7 or 8. Now let's go to Adams.
Okay, great.
Adams, out of 10 targets, how many think he caught?
5.
5, exactly.
Okay.
Cook, that's about half, right? That's exactly half.
That is 50%.
Now Cook, 6 of 11. Okay, so there's where proven. Now I don't care how many he caught; it's the ones he doesn't catch that piss me off. Okay,
I want you to go back.
Rest my case. It's done. It's done.
We're defended though.
It doesn't matter. He didn't catch him. When you throw it to the guy, you got to either catch
when
it.
When Aaron Rodgers is throwing you a ball,
you do your damnedest to
whether
catch
you hear
the
it coming
bleeping
at
ball.
you or not.
That's why I almost lost my shit when Adams just held up on that ball going to him, and the guy picks it off. It was just like, oh, I'm not going to get that one. No big deal. Somebody else will catch it for me. That was a shit play on his part.
I think he was being held.
He does sometimes have a tendency to lay off the gas a little bit, I think. I see that.
Like it was behind him. And instead of just slowing down and make a play for it, hope for the pass interference, you could see his hand just go down.
Well, here's the deal. That ball was grossly underthrown.
Correct. But it's still
by Aaron Rodgers.
As a professional football wide receiver, your job
still,
is to catch
the golden ball.
Catch the ball.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers can't really make throws.
So if
no, I mean, he sucks. He doesn't want it bad enough. He's going to be a one Super Bowl quarterback because
he's going to let Julius Peppers down. That's what he's going to do.
I saw something Peppers talking about it.
Happy birthday to you.
Have you guys seen? Did you guys see the article by ESPN or whatever about Brett Hundley about having the locker next to Rodgers?
Oh yeah, and how nice of a guy.
Negler talks about that all the time.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. I thought because Rodgers apparently doesn't do his press conference in the big auditorium the way Favre used to do.
Yeah,
he was like, "No, I want to be with my team," and then he's like, for everybody else, it's like, "This sucks." So many people, and you like the rest of us are like, "Now, what do we do?"
In my underwear, I just want to change.
We both. I don't remember. So
something about Peppers.
Oh, Peppers was talking,
letting him down.
No, there was. This is going back to the serious part about how Peppers was talking about how he understood when he went. When did he go to Super Bowl with the Bears? Justin can answer. They lost. Remember?
Yeah, Justin let us know.
Lost the Super Bowl.
No one
7
with the Bears.
I think it was 7. 2007 they went and they lost to somebody. And anyways, he thought after
the Colts.
the Colts, and after that
was he on that Bears team? Or was he on Carolina then?
Yeah, I was thinking.
Maybe he said,
"I'll look it up."
Look it up.
You keep talking.
He was talking about how when you get there, you feel like you can get there. All of a sudden, you're just going to start going all the time. And he's at that point. He realizes in his career that those times are fleeting, and I think that gives some motivation for him. And I think it's important for him to be motivated because he's a big leader in the locker room, although not always vocal. So I think that's the advantage that the Packers have. Is that they've been there. They've been to the Super Bowl. A lot of those guys are still on the team. They understand how fleeting it is. They know what it feels like. I think that gives them a little bit of an advantage over Atlanta, who hasn't.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But I don't know if it'll transpire to anything or not. But changing the stories. You said it once, and I said it a couple times. Cookie and Cobby and Mace. What the hell was that in the press conference with Rodgers when he was? Did you hear that? You heard it, right?
No.
So in the press conference, after they won, Rodgers referred to Cook as Cookie.
Okay, yeah, I've heard that before.
And then he called Cobb Cobby.
All right.
What the hell is wrong
with the media or what?
And he called Mason Mace.
Yeah, I've heard that one before.
I don't know if it's like he was like trying to put up this front like he's best buds with him or something.
Maybe,
it was
maybe
weird.
They are.
It was
maybe
weird.
They hang out.
It's as weird as this turned out me trying to explain it, but it was weird.
that was weird. You made it weird. That's what happened. It was cool.
It's creepy.
When Aaron Rodgers said it.
Cookie was going over there.
That was all the way at the beginning of the year. I heard that for the first time.
Call
Cookie. Yeah, I heard that. But
I think he threw the Cobby in there. Made it
that is a little
weird. Got a little.
Was he laughing when he said it? I didn't see.
He was serious.
It was like when Cobby did that.
Yeah, Cookie and then Cobby.
Was he having some sort of mental breakdown?
No, I just think you wanted to sound like they were his homies or something.
Oh, so like they had nicknames,
like they were closer than.
Okay.
It gave me this creepy kind of vibe. Like he thought that he made it sound like portraying that they were real close when it didn't come off that way. It kind of came off as instant.
That's a weird name to give somebody.
What is it, like Airy?
Or
what? Like,
yeah,
A-Rod.
A-Rod.
You done up A-Rod.
A-Rod.
Oh, yeah. That's
anyway.
funny. So what else do we got here? We've got a defense that has been doing pretty damn good. I'm not talking about the Packers. I'm talking about the Falcons. Not giving up more than 20 points in a game for the last how many games was it?
Last 4 out of 5.
Yeah. So, what do you think? What's going to do it?
Whoever has the ball on the final play, that's going to be your winner.
Yeah.
You said that last week.
Yep, and look what happened.
He was right.
He was right.
It's tail to offenses.
See, the thing that scares the shit out of me is I'm going to be on a boat
whatsoever this game.
I'm on a boat.
I know you are on a boat, but there's no defenses whatsoever this week.
They better have Wi-Fi or something so I can get some updates.
Oh, you're not gonna be able to.
I'm not gonna be able to watch it.
It'll be on.
I'm not gonna watch it.
It'll be on.
Guaranteed.
Satellite.
There's no
There's
way.
2
it can't
games
be
this
on.
weekend.
If it's not on, you need to go
I hope
request
something-
a refund.
I hope something
I will do
tragic
that.
happens and you don't get to watch any of it, and then you have to
This
like.
is exactly
Like he's
what
in a
I expect.
lifeboat or something like that?
Like,
Or
no,
what?
I will swim
like,
to
get
shore.
super sick, like
I will
just
swim to
seasick,
shore.
and he's just puking everywhere. And he's like, "Guys, I gotta watch the game." Sir, you gotta leave.
Rogers, you
I
son
gotta
of
watch this. You son of a go. Just over the side of the deck, and he's
You're
listening
an
on
evil
some
man,
transistor
Jeff.
radio, just shivering with a towel wrapped around him, just soaking wet.
At least I'm listening to it. At least I'm listening to it.
That's funny.
So what do we think? What do we think is gonna happen here?
The
Don't
other
go
thing
once.
that right here did not practice this week or today.
Yeah,
Devontae?
your buddy
Devontae,
didn't
Morgan
practice this
Burnett,
week. Or
James
today.
Starks, which who cares? Julius Peppers, J.C. Treader, Geronimo, and Jordy. None of them practiced today.
Why Geronimo?
That's okay. They're just tired.
Geronimo has ankle.
Just
And
tired.
he actually, I think he
They're tired.
walked out of the game.
really.
They're
on
just tired.
Sunday.
They're just tired.
Yeah, Geronimo, Allison.
Adams, we knew that. He had that weird injury. I'm surprised he came back. Same with Bakhtiari. Those injuries look pretty bad. And then,
Bakhtiari's not on the practice.
yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, just one of those things.
Well, and then Mike McCarthy said he right here, too. Devontae's not going to practice until Saturday.
I don't know. I think he'll be okay.
I-
Devontae will play. Jordy won't.
No, Jordy won't. He's such a long shot.
Oh, yeah.
Even for
The
the
best
Super
they can
Bowl.
hope for is they make it to the Super Bowl, and there's a chance that he plays in 4 weeks. 4 weeks after injury, it'd still be a risk, probably, but
Real quick to
Lot better.
clarify, Julius Peppers went to the Super Bowl in his second season overall with the Panthers.
with the Panthers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now he's
Oh,
been,
so it wasn't with the Bears.
correct.
I'm
Now
just
he
making
did
sure.
go to an NFC Championship game with the Bears, and I believe that's the one they lost to the Packers.
Well, to who?
Oh,
Who
they
did the
did.
Bears lose
I
to?
believe they lost to the Packers.
Wow. That's amazing.
Wasn't that one at Soldier Field, too?
No, it was.
It doesn't
It
matter.
was. Wasn't that the
I
one
actually
where
remember
Jay Cutler
watching
was on
that
the sideline?
There was a
Yeah,
W
right.
Yeah, I think
on the
so.
side of the
I think
green
so.
bay.
After
Get a
the
little
first
sand.
quarter, right?
Sand was in his clam or something like that, and he was hurting him.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, jeez, Justin, I really hope, I really hope you can make it on. I'm a huge Packer fan, as everyone knows, but
No way.
yeah,
Shocker.
just a little one. But
I know you.
I want them to win more so because I want him to come on. So he told us that he will come on the podcast if the Packers win the Super Bowl.
So to clarify for the listeners, Justin Schmitz is a huge Bears fan
And
a-
despises
and
the
even a
Packers.
bigger Packers hater fan.
Like,
He knows more about the Packers than probably all of us put
yeah,
together.
exactly.
He loathes
Just
them.
because he hates
Just so he can spout out bad statistics.
So
He would be a good one to have on because he's a good realist. You know, we're a bunch of Packer totem lovers, and they can't do any wrong. Especially you, Joe. But you're
I don't know,
a
Rodgers
you're a
sucks.
mother lover. I mean,
You're
a
a-
Packer lover. But
here's the
He's a
thing, too.
realist.
I don't have one player that I really love. I mean, I love Cobb. And,
Rod-
I mean, they're
Cobby.
my buds. You know, I hang
Cobby.
out with them in my dreams.
best friend,
But,
Cobby.
Cookie.
you know, but
You and Cookie.
Mace.
when it comes to winning playoff games and just winning games in general, it takes everyone on the team. That's why, too, it does get under my skin when all you hear about is Rodgers, which he does amazing things.
Yeah.
But it takes 11 guys on the field, a whole coaching staff, you know, and a whole bunch of other people to make
Sure.
that team what it is.
He made a nice comment during the press conference. He said, "Every job is important. Some jobs are more important than others, but collectively they're equally as important." Which I was surprised to hear from him because he does have, I
least
think,
he's
a
a
little
bit
bit
of
of
a
Whether or
Really?
not
But-
he's blowing smoke, that's a true statement.
But he said the right.
yeah, he said the right thing.
At least he's
So-
aware of it. I mean, some guys aren't aware that, the offensive line is just as important as he is,
So the one thing I'll say about our friend Justin is
Oh,
that
God.
he's a realist when it comes to
This is
us,
a Justin Schmitz hater
but
podcast.
he is he is on the other side where he hates the Packers so much that even when they do something good, he's like, "No, that was luck," and they're still stupid.
So have
and
you
we
talked
hate
to him
them.
this weekend?
So he's like a Skip Bayless, you're telling me.
He is exactly like that.
Did you watch that?
Bayless, I hated it.
Oh, what a
I
little
watched it
whiny
and I
bitch!
hated it. God.
Does he put the jersey on, right?
No,
he didn't.
he just.
Oh, who put the jersey
God.
on?
Oh, that was Stephen A. Smith.
I think he does it just to get her
He
eyes.
has to.
Either that or he's
That's
just
his-
a total,
that's his
even
MO.
bigger idiot. Than
Okay,
I thought.
film me
If
in.
he-
Film me
That's
in.
his MO. That's
So
how he has
is a
fans.
massive Cowboys fan.
Yep,
Absolutely,
I know
100%. And he came on the show saying that, what was it, that he gives no credit to Aaron Rodgers or anything
Zero?
like that. Gives zero credit to Rodgers, gives zero credit to Cook for that catch. He goes that it was all the Cowboys' fault that they lost that.
It was
more the refs. Even
Yeah,
blame the refs.
yeah.
Oh, they didn't call this. They didn't call that.
He pulled
You know,
six.
I'll
There
even
was
say, okay,
six of them.
don't give Rodgers all that, but give Cook. You know, he caught that ball.
That was an awesome week. You can't throw the ball any better, though.
No, because it was either going to be caught or going to be out of bounds.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, but you know, to Jeff's point, that could have been one of his drops.
And I love
then
watching.
That's
the-
why
we
I like those guys when they do catch the
So-
big play balls.
I love that picture too when he's catching it. You see
And
Rodgers in
Rodgers
the back,
out there,
and
he's
Rodgers
like,
on his tiptoes too, and it's like, get down.
like this.
I love
like
it.
This.
I love it.
They say they've been practicing that for maybe not that specific play.
Not that specific, but tiptoe catches.
And he has not been able to make them at all.
Well, when he needed,
They were
to,
making fun of him after because
Oh,
they were
geez.
saying, "Oh, he's got these big feet," and
when
he
he
can't-
needed to.
When
he
we
made
were
it
at the
happen.
game, they were practicing those
Yeah.
plays on the sideline.
and he could never
I
get his feet
didn't know
down.
that
That's what
part,
they were
but
saying.
That's great.
But he did this
He
time.
got him down. He
They
dragged
did it
him.
when it
Anything.
counts.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. Because
Thanks,
at
Jared
first
Cook.
when they they did the catch or whatever, and I'm like, all right, run out there, get that field goal. You know, it's like they only have 40 seconds. Don't screw it up or whatever. And then I'm like, what's going on? Why are we waiting? What's going on? Under review, and I'm like, I just had no idea what was going on at that point. I was just in some delusional. I was
Just
yelling.
dunked his head right in the
I got up
toilet.
off the
Just-
chair, and my family's like, "What are you doing?" I was like,
You don't
I don't
understand?
know what's going on right now." I was just like pacing back and forth.
Give me a brown paper bag.
My wife's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, oh, it was really funny.
Boy, oh boy.
3 kicks within 2 minutes of game time. That was
All
crazy.
50 yarders too.
Yeah.
I thought Bailey was going to miss it. I was sure. I would have bet money on that. I don't know why.
I
felt
thought
Bayless.
Crosby missed that first one. I thought for sure that thing tailed off at the end.
was
Wait, the very first
56
one.
yeah,
okay.
the 56 yarder.
Skip Bayless said
was
he was
awesome.
lucky.
Yeah.
He might have been part of it.
Yeah,
Lucky.
and he bailed out Aaron Rodgers.
Skip
That's how he
Bayless.
is.
I hate giving him ratings, but I have to watch it just to see what he says.
Yeah.
Then
I don't
turn
give
it
him.
off.
I watch him.
He's
after
probably
the
doing
fact.
it to get the ratings.
Yeah,
so.
that's
is
exactly what
fine.
he's doing.
That's
Oh,
why
boy.
That's why we tell Rodgers he's no good.
Yeah.
He isn't. One Super Bowl quarterback.
fact.
You can't do
Okay.
it. Can't do it, Rodgers.
All right, so now that we've gotten that all the way, let's talk about predictions then. Percentage. I've already said I'm gonna go 85. I'm gonna bump it up. I think it'll be. I don't think it'll be as high scoring as everybody says. What's the six? What did we say with the over under was 60 something?
So it was 60 something.
Yeah. Okay.
61.
I'm thinking it's gonna be more what we talked about earlier, where it's gonna be with the last game, be like
20s?
28 to 31 kind of thing, where one team's up by that field goal. I'm gonna say the exact same score as I said last week.
All right.
Anybody else?
Who's on
You can either percentage or a score or whatever, because Corey likes to score, so I gave him.
I love the score. I'm at 57% though.
Okay.
Just a little
That's
bit
a-
to the Packers.
That's a very specific number.
I was just
I
gonna
had
say
to go specific. I can't go
0.864.
57%.
Okay.
Final score:
That's a winning field goal.
Atlanta 38, Packers 35.
Okay.
38-35.
So now I don't know if you listened last, but Corey did predict that the Cowboys would win by 1,
35-34.
35-34. So he got the
You guys
Packers
sprung us up
score
again.
right. It was wrong the other way.
So I do 1 out of 10. 1 to 10, I should say.
Oh, so you're not breaking it down there.
I'm going with a 4.
Okay.
Just
so you're
under.
losing.
Last
So you
week
think
I
we're
went
gonna
to a
lose?
6. Yeah.
You think we're gonna lose?
I don't know. I'm not feeling it in my stomach for this one. I want to be wrong. I so want to be wrong. Roger, you suck. But I want them. I want it to be a 6 again. But I just think that with the gas that we've had, and after watching them, and hopefully they're up there right now, practicing their asses off and doing what they got to do.
I hope
But,
so.
Probably
For
not at this moment.
It
but
is a
it
Wednesday.
might be.
And I'd be watching film right now, personally. That's cool.
I'd be getting rest.
I'd be.
That's why I think those guys are not playing right now. It doesn't bother me.
I don't.
It's a Wednesday. If they're not playing Friday, if they're sitting out Friday, Saturday, I'm scared. But Wednesday, it's like a second day off kind of thing.
Yeah.
So third day off.
That's what I got. As much as it pains me.
Comes out
I'm a
of Jamie.
5, so I was 5. That means I've got to pick 50-50.
So you just have to pick a winner. You don't
I'm
maybe
gonna pick,
not the score.
This is what I think is going to happen.
Okay.
I think the Packers are going to win, and I hate to say this, but I think they're going to lose the Super Bowl. That's what I'm
To
predicting.
who?
I see. I think that one.
Steelers.
Really?
Oh really?
2010 rematch.
Yeah, but it's going to go the other way.
I'm not scared of the Steelers. I'm afraid of Antonio Brown. Same way I am with Julio Jones, but I don't think overall that team did not look very good against the Chiefs. Now, granted, Chiefs were a good team. The Patriots just have not been tested yet, and they look amazing in every game.
They didn't look
Even
amazing
against-
this past weekend.
No, but I think they were like, we're going to blow these guys out of the water, and they still ended up playing like crap at the
Boys,
first,
they did win
and
by
they
16.
still win. They still blew the whatever the spread was. They still beat the spread. Even
15
at the end, they just kind of put their foot on the throat.
I feel like the AFC is not as strong as what it was at the beginning of the season. I mean, everyone was saying the NFC is like nothing, but now look at these games. Look at these teams that have come out of the NFC, you know? So I just feel like the AFC is completely overrated at this point. This year.
I don't know.
I'm going to go with the Packers, although I'm not as confident as I was last week, and I wasn't all that confident last week either, but
I think I'm more confident. I don't think the Falcons have gotten challenged yet.
I always like the odds too. I'm always the guy. If you lose one, it's hard. You know, and the Packers are pretty good at that. They lost to the Falcons already this year. I don't. You know,
all
it's hard.
These teams.
Yeah, they lost.
It's hard to beat a team twice.
It's hard to beat twice. You know, they've
unless you're the Packers, then you just
or unless you're playing the Bears, because then you do beat them twice.
Every time.
Well,
and the Lions.
It's crazy. Every single team right now in the playoffs has like a more than 5-game winning streak.
Really?
Yeah.
We're on like a 9-1. I think Falcons are on like a 6-1. The Steelers are on like a 9-1. We're on 8. The Patriots are on like 7 or 8.
Well, that goes to what Jamie said, where you got to be streaking at the right time.
They're all on fire.
These are going to be great games this weekend.
You got the best quarterback play you could ever dream for with Rodgers, Brady, Ryan, Roethlisberger.
ESPN, I think, had the article where if you take out the quarterback, because they say that they're all about the same, which is, I think, true. I mean, about the same. They're all Super Bowl winning except for Ryan, and they're all almost MVP candidates. Take them out. What are the teams? You know, what do you have left for the teams? So I didn't read the article, but
we're on the bottom of that pile. Yeah. Well, maybe not.
Pittsburgh's on top of that pile.
Yeah.
Offensively, defensively,
you give Rodgers,
Patriots are.
Give Rodgers, Le'Veon Bell, and Antonio Brown.
Jesus.
Oh my God. And Martavius Bryant.
Super
too.
team.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Julio. I mean, could you imagine Julio Jones catching balls from Aaron Rodgers?
I really want
super team.
Ezekiel Elliott, man,
super duper team.
That guy is phenomenal.
I think that'd be great if the Packers traded up for Fournette, the guy from LSU that they say is so great this year.
From LSU.
I'm just saying it'd be fun to watch. Like have a real running back.
Gives it to Elliott Wolf. That'd be awesome.
It would be. It's one of those. You're so close,
that's what they're gonna do.
And you got all these picks. I think eventually you're just gonna be like, okay, the cupboard's pretty full. Maybe not with cornerbacks, but you kind of think, okay,
we picked someone up from Panthers.
Oh yeah,
boy.
I was talking to Jamie about this.
Squad as a cornerback, right?
And you know why that guy got cut? Because he was the worst player in the league in week 11 or whatever it was. Because he got burnt by Julio Jones for 300 yards and a touchdown. So Jamie said we picked him up. So it was like, hey, go out there and remember that one game you played against him? Do exactly the opposite.
If you were backpedaling pedal forward.
Do whatever you got to do not to do that again.
It was that guy. I read that. I typed his name in. That was the first article that came up. It was the worst player in the NFL that one day because 300 yards to one player. It's not something you want to put on your resume.
It sounds like Rollins will possibly play this week, huh?
I think they said,
yeah. That'll be good.
I just hope Morgan Burnett plays.
Hyde's playing really well. Bryce is playing really well. I mean, our secondary is really stepping up now.
They have to.
Granted,
I'm just saying they're still playing better. I feel a lot more confident than I did a week or two ago.
Sure,
it's a turnover battle. Just win that.
Well,
win the turnover battle.
It's pretty rare when Rodgers throws an interception.
Well, this defense has.
And again, I blame Adams.
Has pulled a turnover out every game so far.
The playoffs?
In the playoffs, at least.
Yeah, but have we won the turnover battle?
Yeah, we're plus 16 or plus 17. No, this past week we tied the battle.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
The Giants, we did win it.
Okay. So that's the thing. You just have to have one more than them.
That freaked me out, too.
And you got to score on those.
Interception. I was like, well, that's the game.
You almost threw another one in there, too.
Whenever Rodgers...
Yeah, thank God they got that crap penalty.
For that.
That was
crap penalty.
That was pretty bad.
No.
Yeah, he kind of grabbed him within 5 yards and just let him.
He didn't grab. He turned him. You can't.
He turned him, which impeded his route.
Yeah, you can't turn him.
He was just making up for all the holds on Adams.
You sound like Skip Bayless now. He was just.
I'm just saying. Okay, I'm a realist over here. Now, in the beginning of the game, Adams got. In the beginning of the game, Adams had 2 blatant holds that they did not call.
Yes.
And so, but the last one,
and that happened like the Cowboys.
It felt like he got held a little bit. Like within that 5 yards, whatever. Right after that, they kind of let him go, and then Rodgers just threw that ball.
Was the ball in the air before or after? Rodgers is throwing to a spot, so he's expecting it to be there. That's the story, and I'm sticking to it.
And I think it was. I think he got held.
That's why he's yelling at his receivers.
He got held. Rodgers threw the ball, and then the flag happened. I think in that order. If I'm
the ball was in, I think the ball was in the air and he turned him around. And if he had not turned him around, he would have been in a much better position.
Yes, but I think he held him before it was
this
even in the air.
This exact conversation is had with Skip, just so you know.
Yeah,
yeah.
And what was the answer?
Skip.
Because
exactly
you and Skip are both wrong.
Yeah, both. That's because he's like, no, uncatchable ball.
No, I'm not saying uncatchable. I just think it was not as great of a call as opposed to the calls that were not called earlier against Adams. That's what I'm trying to say.
Sure.
I don't think they did a good job of calling defensive holding all game long.
Correct.
On both sides of the ball.
On both sides. We got away with a couple ones, too.
They really let them play.
Yep, they let him play.
Then at the end, then they didn't let him play. That's what I don't like.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to let him play, then let him play. But then that one call they had, it's like that wouldn't have been called earlier in the game. Why is it being called now? Now, we benefited from it, so I'm happy. But at the same time, for a fan of the game, you want to see it consistent. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I thought the reffing was okay. It wasn't terrible. Skip Bayless make it sound like it was the worst ref game ever, and I wouldn't strike it down as that.
Well, yeah, for the Cowboys. I mean, sure.
But one of the Packer players came out and said that we were playing against the refs too. I don't know who that was. I forget who said it.
Well, either way, we came out with the W.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
On to the next one. So
Pull it up.
On to the next W.
Yeah, on to the next.
Hey, did
W.
you see drivers giving some huge promotion away if you sign
up?
All
expenses paid.
You got to buy tickets.
Yeah, you got to buy
raffle.
tickets.
Yeah.
It's 15 cents to a ticket or something like that.
If you buy 1,000.
Yeah. So if you buy $150, you get 150 chances. So I thought of you, Cory.
I guess that's
which game? The Houston or for Houston?
No, for the wait, is it this game or the Super Bowl?
This game, Atlanta.
This game. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm waiting for Houston.
Did you hear that? Now that the Cowboys are out, all the tickets are being sold.
Yes.
Because all the Cowboys thought they would go to the game in Houston, so they were buying them up. And now that they're not, they're selling them for super cheap now.
Wow.
So now it's time to buy one.
I'm gonna wait till after this
Monday morning, boom, buy one.
Monday morning, I probably will buy one.
Buy one. It'll be.
I have a room down there ready to go. So
there you go. Got to
not
get
a
it.
hotel room either. I know someone lives in Houston.
There
I
you
told you last week I'm going if they win.
Well,
I want to see some snaps.
Yeah, I want to see a snap of your
snaps.
receipts.
No shirt on, Cory. Go, Pack, go! You got to see these.
That was a rough outing, by the way.
Okay. Joe's jamming out now.
Yeah. But no, hey,
See you
how about
next
this? Go Packers. I really hope I'm wrong with my prediction.
Me too.
And
I hope I'm right, because I'm the only true fan here.
I'm a true fan. I'm just really.
well, thanks again for meeting, guys. And on to the next one. Hopefully we do this again next week. Or maybe we do 2 of them, because it's 2 weeks. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see. Maybe we'll break it up.
Take it one step at a time.
All right, on to the Falcons.
Yeah. Go Pack.
Go, Pack, go.
Go back.